Please subscribe, like, share, put some comments, and hit the notification bell to my YouTube channel to get notified whenever new videos for more learnings about basic programming language. Good day, everyone. Today, I am going to continue of what I have discussed last week about the different control structures, and that is repetition structure. When you hear the word repetition, iteration, and looping, they are referring to the same concept or meaning, and that is the process of repeatedly executing one or more steps of an algorithm or program. It is essential in programming as most programs perform repetitious tasks. So this is a very powerful structure when you are including it in your program. So the use of repetition structure is for you not to consume a lot of time in doing a program. Example, if I prompted you to display your name 10 times. So basically, you're going to use the system.out.println 10 times. But with the use of the repetition structure, you can just use only one statement, system.out.println, and with the syntax of different types of repetition structure, you can display your name 10 times. So this is one way for you to not consume a lot of time in doing a program, especially if you have a long coded or long program to be coded. So it is essential and it is useful to use the repetition structure. Okay, it says here to make the program more powerful, a loop structure can be included in the program. It is a structure that allows a block of statements to be executed repeatedly. So if you have two or more statements to be executed, you may now enclose it with open and close curly braces so that the Java will interpret them as one group. So it says here a Boolean expression will be evaluated within the looping structure. If the expression is true, the block of statements called the loop. The loop body will be executed and the Boolean expression evaluated again. The loop body will continue to execute as long as the expression is true. So it will end with the Boolean expression is false. The Java supports three kinds of iteration statements, such as while loop, do while loop, and for loop. There are four important things to be remembered in applying the repetition structure in your program. Number one is the initialization. So we need to initialize the variable into 0 so that the execution of program or the condition will start into 0. Another one is condition. So the condition is being tested if it is true or false. Again, if the condition found true, the statements under the condition will be executed. But if it is found false, so it will be stopped. Another thing is the increment or the decrement. So increment, you may now use the symbol plus plus. And then for decrement, you may now use the symbol minus minus. So the use of decrement is for you to add 1. Once that you started with 0, so it will just add 1. Let's say you have 0 plus 1, so it will become 1. And then plus 1 again, so to make it continuously then until such time that the condition in while will be executed. And then the last one is the statements. So the statements under of the condition, if you have, as what I have said, if you have 2 or more statements to be included, you may now enclose it with open and close curly braces. Again, so there are 4 important things to be remembered in using the repetition structure. Number 1 is a condition, 2 is an initialization, 3 is an increment or decrement, and then loss is the statements. So there are 3 types of a repetition structure. Number 1 is while loop, okay, wherein the while loop can be used to repeat a statement or block while its controlling Boolean expression is true. Now, the syntax for while loop is the word while or the keyword while. So, should be written in a small letter, W, and then the condition. So, this is being tested whether it is true or false. Now, if you have only one statement, you don't need to enclose it with open and close curly braces. So, meaning in while condition, so there are or there is a statement to be executed. So this is now the syntax. When I say syntax, this is the format on how to use this statement in your program. So another type of the repetition structure is the do-while loop. So in do-while loop, so it is similar to the while loop where it allows an iteration process to take place. However, there is a difference between the two loop statements. The while loop tests the condition expression before executing the statements in the loop body. Hence, if the conditional expression is false, the statements in the loop body will not be executed at all. However, ensures that the statements in the loop body is executed at least once before checking the conditional expression. So this is now the syntax on how to use the do while loop. So you may now write the word or the keyword do. And then if you have again 2 or more statements to be executed, you may now enclose it with double and with open and close curly braces. The last type of the repetition structure, guys, is the for loop. So it says here that the for loop is another iteration construct that allows the statements in the loop body to be executed a specific number of times. So the for loop includes the following 3 sections separated by the semicolon. Now, other programmer mentioned or claimed that the for loop type of repetition structure is the most simplest type of the repetition structure. Why? Because all the important things is found in just one statement. Okay, so this is now the syntax on how to use the for loop structure or for loop statement. So there is a keyword here for, and then the counter variable for is equal to control variable, then initialization, condition, counter, progression, and then there is a statement here. Okay guys, I would like to give you an example on how to use the different types of repetition structure. I will start with the do while loop. Okay, so in do while loop, just ignore the buffered reader because I am just going to display a simple word, and that is Arellano in your screen 10 times. So the 4 things that I've been mentioning to you about the initialization is located here. Counter is equal to 0. So this is what we call initialization, so that the program will know when to start, and that is 0. Actually, we can also change the 0 into 1 if you want. Now, if you change the 0 into 1 here, and you will not be able to change the less than 10 here, so you will just display 9 words of Arellano in your screen because you started with 1. But if you start with 0 and there is a condition here less than 10, so you will start from 0, that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. Okay, so meaning to satisfy the condition here, it should be less than 10. So the range of values for you to satisfy the condition is from 0 up to 9 only. Okay, so with the use of do while loop statement, so just write the do here, and then open and close curly braces is being also included here because you have two statements to be executed, such as system.out.print, Aureliano, and then counter plus plus. So the use of counter plus plus here is for you to increase by 1. So 0 plus 1 is equal to 1, then 1 plus 1 is equal to 2, etc., etc. Okay? And then we have here while this counters less than 10. So this is a condition to be tested, no? Now, it has a semicolon at the end, so that for you to terminate this statement into another statement. Okay, so another example that I will describe the repetition structure is the for loop. So in this case, guys, I used to have the for loop statement, wherein the three important things to be remembered in using the repetition structure is just found in just one statement. So it has for, then counter is equal to 0. And so this is our initialization. Then counter less than 10 is our condition. And then counter plus plus is the increment. And the system.out.print line is our statement. So as you have noticed, I do not use here open and close curly braces because it has a single statement only to be executed. Okay, so I'll go back with do while loop, and I will change now the, instead of using the do while loop, I will use now while. Okay, so I will just transfer the while loop here using the syntax on how to use the while loop statement. So just type or transfer while counter less than 10, but this time remove now the semicolon since it has a lot of statements to be followed. Okay, so system.out.println. That this time let us now use print line instead of print. So if we're gonna run this program, let's try. So choose run file. So let's wait for the output. Okay, so as you have noticed, guys, in our output screen, the Aureliano word are being displayed on your, or is being displayed on your screen 10 times. Okay, so another example that I am going to show you is the customer bill that I created. So I will just add the do while loop in this program. So how can I add or use the do while loop in the program? Because I want to add a statement here, system.out.print, do you want to try again? So if I want to compute again the customer bill, so how can I include it, or how can I include the do while loop in my program? So as you have noticed, guys, I use the string, I use ans variable, and it is being declared as a string. Okay, and there is a statement here, do you want to try again? So there are two options, it's either yes or no. If I choose yes, so it will compute again the customer bill. If I will choose no, it will terminate the program execution. So again, I used here ans is equal to input that read line. So take a look at the condition. So I used here the not equal, or the not or logical not. So it is being represented by exclamation point. And then ans is a variable. Then another keyword to be used, equals. So it is being evaluated if it is true or false. So the program is running again and again if you do not enter or choose the letter N, capital letter N here. Okay, so let us now run this program. So let's wait. Let's enter our name, Mary Jean. Then item, for example, blouse. Quantity to 150. Then the cash, for example, 500. Okay, as you have noticed, there is another question or the total bill is now being displayed on your screen, and the cash or the change will also display. And there is a statement, do you want to try again? If I choose here yes, so it will compute or enter again the customer name. For example, I enter Sami, then the item pants, then so I will make our screen bigger. Okay, quantity is 3, then the price is 300, then my cash is 1000. So if I will choose N, capital letter N, so it will be stuck. Okay, so that's the use of do while loop statement in your program. Okay, so I hope that you've learned a lot on how to use the repetition, the different types of repetition structure on your program. So it's up to you if you want to use the 3 types, or it depends upon with the needs of your program. So that's it, guys. I hope that you will be able to do the different activities and examples found in our modules. God bless everyone.